This government decided to sit with me, and after sitting with me, I told them, okay, I will not leave you to go back to Nigeria without something in your pocket. I'm going to give you something in your pocket. And the minister laughed. Minister of Justice laughed. He said, what are you going to give us? I said, I'm going to give you guys a gift. What is the gift? I gave him a document. I said, go here, here. There's 1.3 trillion naira. They're going to steal it because they've been stealing every year. He was shocked. He said, not possible. I said, sir, with all due respect, could you try this? This is a gift I'm giving you. I haven't gotten to Nigeria yet. I'm just giving you a gift as a trial for you to understand where I'm coming from. When I gave them that, the minister thought, oh, come on, that was possible. When he got back, he realized I gave him a correct information, intelligence.
Welcome back, and we're still on that very important topic, the Maina Gate. And GT Ogunye now joins me. He's a legal practitioner.
Yes, my pleasure.
Putting the words of Maina and putting the words of the AGF side by side, what can you make of it?
Well, what I can make of it is that for the AGF, I can observe a desperate attempt to defend himself regarding the role he played in the reinstatement of Maina. The statement the AGF was reading from, I don't think Nigerians realize this. It's a statement prepared from the report of the investigation of Maina Gate by the EFCC. A body that shared that report with the Honorable Attorney General. The Honorable Attorney General is not an investigator. So, the AGF should concern himself with the role he played, whether legally, morally, ethically, even politically, it was correct for him to have played that role. In the course of his testimony before that committee, the AGF was forced to disclose that he visited Maina in Dubai. What is the business of the Attorney General of a country visiting a scofflaw, a fugitive from justice, outside the shores of Nigeria?
What do you think happened?
To the knowledge?
What do you think happened between that visit in Dubai in 2016 and now that this revelation?
My presumption is that a deal was struck on how to bring Maina back into the country behind the back of Nigerians, reinstate him, and then launder him back into service.
But he said that that letter that effectively reinstates Maina is not from him. It may be from his office, but not from him.
That has been disproved by the testimony of others. Were you expecting the Attorney General, honestly speaking, to go out there and declare that, you know, this is the role I play? You know, look, what he said has been disproved by others, including the head of service, who said that he was the one who instigated, initiated, and triggered the whole process by writing letters and issuing directives to the Federal Civil Service Commission, insisting that he be reinstated. He was the one who did that.
But
by saying,
but the AGF said because there was extreme pressure on him, that is the reason why he had to come out with these facts about the meeting that they had in Dubai.
Who was putting pressure on him? Who is putting pressure on the Attorney General of the Federation?
And a lot of people also had that same information.
Who is putting pressure on the Attorney General? Look, let's just look at it. Let's put this in perspective. Because a lot of obfuscation is being done to confuse Nigerians. As we speak, 12 of the 19 indicted persons are being tried in court. So the story that Maina's life is in danger, will be killed, or also he has not been killed now, all of them are being taken through the judiciary. Okay? there was an investigation, and that investigation indicted Maina. He was to be charged to court. He ran out of the country. He became a scofflaw. He became a fugitive. He filed an action in respect of the summons that was issued on him by the 7th Senate, and he got that nullified. Good. But that had nothing to do with his employment, because in the course of all that, he was issued a query, he was found to have abandoned his duties, and he was dismissed from service. Now, that same person that was dismissed from service was now brought back into the country, was paid the backlog of his salaries, was compensated, was promoted. But what kind of thing is this? And then the Attorney General still has enough to go and still be saying what he's saying and all that. Look, all that Maina is saying is from...
Should Maina be trusted?
All he's saying is from the Al-Mustafa's playbook. But Nigerians are not idiots. In this country, the old defense of Al-Mustafa, and I'm not going to talk because the matter is still going through the gamut of the judiciary to the apex court, was the whole, he had this information, he had this video evidence, before Oputa panel, he was the savior of Abiola. He was the one saving him from being killed. That's what Maina is doing.
Let me put a disclaimer to that. That is clearly your own views, not that of Channels Television.
Exactly.
When you have to talk about the names that you mentioned. But
yes,
looking at these submissions by Maina himself, he did say that he was able to uncover about $1 trillion and has given a blueprint that go to XX places and you uncover $1.3 trillion. And then he says he wants to meet with Mr. President. Don't you think he should be given that opportunity, that chance to meet with Mr. President, since he claims that he has got so much to unravel for in this pension scheme fraud?
We are not a banana republic. Maina wants to meet with Mr. President over what? A criminal defendant who is running away from the jail? Do we even respect our court at all? Do we respect our judicial process? Do you know that in this country, Supreme Court judges have been tried in court? Who is he to be saying that he wants to recover money? That's why I say it's a playbook from somewhere else. And I can understand, you know, the ethics of your profession that will not permit your platform to be used to attack another person. But I'm just saying that's what occurs to me. All these stories about how I've recovered something, about how I need to meet the president so that I can recover more, about how I'm being chased around, about how I'm going to be killed. Cock and bull story. Present yourself. You are a fugitive from justice. Have your day in court. Prove your innocence there. That's the law that I know. All this talk about I want to see the president, for what? He's seen the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Attorney General of the Federation told us, and this is instructive, that he visited Maina to the knowledge of the National Security Advisor of Nigeria. So, look, this is a monumental scandal. It's disgraceful.
What should the position of the government be now that Maina has made these submissions? Should the government take seriously these revelations from Maina? What do you think?
The government should take itself seriously, on the contrary, by bringing Maina to justice. Those who allegedly are shielding him from justice should let go of him. He's become too scandalous for the government to associate with. Maina should be produced in court, and if they like him, they should get the best lawyers in town for him to defend him. If they lie, they can manipulate the process. If they lie, they can file a nollie prosecute. The Attorney General has the power to file a nollie prosecute. This is not the first time we're filing it. He has even done it under this dispensation regarding the Supreme Court registrar, over which one of your regulars here had to turn in the towel because he couldn't understand why that nollie prosecute was filed. So let him be charged to court. If that's what the Attorney General wants to do, let him do it. But all this cock and bull story, all this read my role, is not sitting.
Okay, let's get a question in from Nelta Egbe in Abuja. Nelta.
All right, Mr. Ogunye, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
The issue of Mr. Maina talking about the things he's recovered and what he wants to do. I asked Mr. Robert Clark this question earlier, but let me put it in another way. The question of institutions and the Constitution, what it has to say about the innocence of an individual and how that individual can prove himself. What do you have to say about Mr. Maina's claim that he needs to talk, and he's asking to talk to strictly the president, nobody else? He has not said he wants to talk to the EFCC. He has not said he wants to talk to the ICPC. He has not said he wants to talk to even the vice president. He wants to talk to the president. Does it mean that it's only the president that is, how do I put it now, that has enough integrity to hear him out? Or is it only the president he believes in to follow through with his revelations?
You know, thanks to Neta. You know, sometimes I was just thinking about how best to capture something that is common in Lagos State now. You know, cooperatives, land grabbers. You know, you see them, they are flowing agbada, going to court, in beads and all that, full regalia. And I was thinking about the best way to capture that kind of ugliness, and I call it beaded bandits. Bandits that are beaded, who wear beads and all that. Look, why do we turn a criminal defendant into an instant celebrity? Why? You are availed the due process of law. You've been charged to court. You ran away.